We're not far from apprehending him.
Well, happening right now, investigators hot on the trail of Hezekiah Belfon, and they may have turned up a key piece of evidence. Belfon is the 19-year-old accused of shooting 5 people at Ladd-Peebles Stadium this past Friday night. Fox News investigative reporter Brendan Kirby talking with Mobile Police Chief Paul Prine about the case today. And Brendan, police have a pretty good idea about where Belfon went right after the shooting.
Yeah, that's right, Byron. Investigators say that they have recovered his gun in Troy. That's where police say he was hiding out over the weekend. And Police Chief Paul Prine tells me that officers have received a lot of good information and that they're hot on his trail. Mobile police say 3 teenagers were involved in the shooting that injured 5 people at last week's Williamson-Viger game. But they say Hezekiah Belfon is the only one who actually pulled the trigger. Mobile Police Chief Paul Prine says he hopes to have Belfon in custody soon.
We're still looking for Mr. Belfon, and we are tracking his whereabouts earnestly, and we have got some information. We're not far from apprehending him.
Law enforcement authorities say that after the shooting, Belfon went to Troy, where he hooked up with a Troy University football player named Reginald Todd. Pike County prosecutors have charged Todd with hindering prosecution by harboring Belfon. Court documents in that case accuse Todd of allowing Belfon to come to his house, leave a gun there, and use his cell phone. The criminal complaint also alleges that Todd cut Belfon's hair. Those are allegations that Todd's attorney, Willie Huntley, adamantly denies.
That's all inaccurate. My client, as I can tell, waived his constitutional rights and told the police everything they wanted to know. They didn't like what he told them.
Huntley says Todd returned from his team's road trip to Texas on Saturday to find Belfon had broken into his home. He says his client's brother is a friend of Belfon. Huntley says it wasn't the first time Belfon had visited Todd, who grew up in Mobile. He says the two went out Saturday night and that it's likely his client allowed Belfon to use his phone. And he acknowledges that police found Belfon's gun in Todd's car, but says his client didn't even know it was there. Mobile police saying they've not determined the gun is the same one used in the Ladd shooting. But Huntley says Todd made no effort to harbor Belfon when he found out Sunday what had happened at Ladd. He says Belfon told Todd he was headed for Louisiana.
As soon as my client found out that he, the other guy, Belfort, was involved in it, he directed him to leave. And we adamantly deny that he ever cut that man's hair. He did not do that.
Todd has been suspended from the Troy football team, and Huntley says that he hopes to get the criminal charge dismissed after a preliminary hearing scheduled for next month. Meanwhile, earlier today, a judge setting $250,000 bail for a 17-year-old who's also charged with attempted murder in this case. Reporting live from Mobile Police Headquarters, Brendan Kirby, Fox 10 News.